was talking to my son about the whole experience between Jaylen Brown and Derrick White, and I can't believe it. Before we get to the video, welcome, 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 my friends. I am Bushes99, and if you haven't already, let's go ahead and hit that like button just because it's me, your girl. And also subscribe, and you'll get a heads up every time I'm out here doing my thing. So without further delay, let's get into the video.
Brown, it's not so much that he's underrated. It's that he's just not liked because of his, quote, "I am better than you" attitude. He knows it. It's the same reason he is not as marketable as he should be. That's what an NBA source just sent me. I don't know that to be.
But my son kind of explained it to me. Here's what he told me.
I personally think that Jaylen Brown not being selected for the Olympic team, albeit coming off of a championship, is a little crazy. I think just looking at it on paper, Derrick White is obviously the better fit just because of the star caliber play that they have already. But to snub a man that's won conference finals MVP and won finals MVP, I think is a little crazy. Given also that two of his teammates are also already on the roster, and now that we're replacing Kawhi Leonard with a third teammate of his, and Jaylen Brown wasn't even considered, I think is a little questionable. I don't want to make it about the brand Nike, obviously, as he is trying to claim or that he's tweeting about, but I think it is a little odd.
What I find to be a little odd is that Jaylen Brown won some kind of an award today, and he's still not being celebrated. What was the award?
He won a ESPY for championship performance, and I don't think something like that is kind of like gonna play into a person like being selected for an Olympic team. But I think it is strange that, like I said, his averages are higher than Drew Holiday's and Derrick White, who are the other two teammates that were selected. And then to come off of the year Jaylen Brown had, I think that for him to not be considered over some of the guys on the team already, given all his teammates as well, I think is a little strange.
As far as Nike had no influence in him not being selected, Jaylen Brown.
So I don't think that brand had anything to do with it. Now I know Jaylen Brown took a stance with Nike when the whole Kyrie situation happened, and he stood with him, and obviously Jaylen Brown went a step further as taking the checks off of his sneakers. So I don't know if Nike has a grudge about that, and maybe that's why Kyrie Irving also decided not to play. I don't know, but I'm sure that's how Jaylen Brown is taking it. Well, I'm not sure. He's tweeting it, and that's definitely the stance he's taking on it, that Nike is, trying to X him out, but I don't think that's for me to say.
You think that Derrick is a better player? Like, if you had to put your money on a player, who would, if it was your pick, which one out of the two?
I don't think Derrick is the better player. I think that there are already a lot of guys on that team who are definitely ball oriented, or there are guys on that team who need to have the ball in order to be successful. Derrick White is one of those guys where he is going to come in playing a role, and he's going to stick to that role. He's not a guy that needs to have the ball and needs to take 20 shots a game or anything like that. Derrick White is the perfect role guy. He's the ideal role guy. Now, if it was up to me, obviously I'm going to pick Jaylen Brown just because Jaylen Brown is the better guy, statistically speaking.
So the NBA allegedly snubbed Jaylen Brown because he's not a likable guy. He's not a likable guy. People don't like you. And sometimes, no matter what your talent is or how great your talent is, if they don't like you. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, and stay fly. Bye.